That's it. The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. Thank you for joining us here, the America First podcast, here at the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in all the land. I feel a little bit off today, only because I usually receive notes from Lisa Azzarelli, and I know that Lisa has told me why she wouldn't be here today, but as the man that I am, I heard it but didn't really listen to it. So I'm here at the beck and call of KDJ, who is my batter up, right? When Lisa can't come here with the top stories of the day, I'm throwing it all on my man KDJ. But before we go to KDJ, let me tell you who's in the house with us today, because we got great things today. On my right, take a picture of it right there. That's right, Congressman from District 3, Greg Hack. Greg Hack had gotten it. He got the numbers, he got the signatures, and he's on the ballot. And he's here today at the America First Warehouse, going to join us today in a very informal show today, Greg. So, please relax. Thank you for coming here, and you're going to have plenty of time to speak, just not right now. Gino, don't get me started.
I didn't do anything.
Johnny Blanket, my brother, I love him so much. Him and me and Mom had breakfast this morning. No breakfast, coffee, and you was a little late. Was you all right this morning, Johnny?
I did one of those things where let me just cut my eyes for a few minutes, and then it was 2 hours later. I go, this is wonderful.
Well, I mean,
so my morning started off great. Yes, I got some good sleep, slept in.
You apparently did, because your mom was so worried. She was like, go up and get him, go up and get him.
See if I'm breathing.
Mom, I'm not going to go upstairs. He's probably sleeping. Because I remember yesterday you told me you blacked out the shades, so it was easy for you to sleep.
Yeah, it's pitch black and it's hard to keep your eyes open sometimes, but thank you.
Well, I'm glad you had a good night's sleep. You were great this morning. So happy to have you today. And then finally, I wasn't sure if he was going to make it. He swears he was here the whole time. I didn't see him. Gino Piscotti. Gino,
Why? I don't want to get her too early. I want to walk in and let the magic happen. By the way, I was blacked out too. I didn't use shades. Just came to in the parking lot.
Yeah,
That's how
he
you
didn't know
do
he was
it.
talking about blacking out or the blacked out shades. But when it's dark, you could sleep in. It's wonderful. It really is.
Blacked out like
tired.
Iran's about to be. Am I right? Oh yeah.
My goodness, Gino, that's a
cannot
great
wait.
segue. That's like.
Well, that's it's not all glitter here, Joe. Not all glitter.
You have some natural talent, so maybe it was just years that it took you to get this way.
Repetition.
Yeah,
Repetition.
and I love your bandana. It matches beautifully with the background.
It's
Rosie the Riveter,
today.
I think.
trying to be patriotic. I'm red. I'm a red guy. Through
Yeah, there's
and
no
through.
doubt about it. You got common sense. So, all right, that's enough from you.
Love it here.
KDJ, what's happening in the world today? You just finished up your radio show. Can you bring us some of the top stories and some of the things that we're going to be bringing up today?
Absolutely. Here's what we got going. We've got a major explosion at the Panama Canal. We've got Commie Mom Donnie. He's got some new party rules that just happened to kick in during the 4th of July, the big 250th anniversary coming up. You're not going to be able to hang out in the parks, folks, because, communism and whatnot. The midterms are looking way better for Trump than people realize. They just don't want you to know that. This and so much more on the America First podcast today. And I believe we have video of the explosion.
Right. So, hey, Billy, did you get that download of the Panama Canal? Can you bring that up? I think it'd be a good time. We got 7 minutes in this first segment. This is what was live just a few minutes ago. Right? Somebody got this. There we go. Boom.
I thought it was starting at 8.
This is the Panama Canal,
Oh,
Johnny.
the Panama Canal. So, what is that, a boat hit it?
It kind of looked like a crossover to me of the canal, and I do know that there's some hostility with President Trump taking the Panama Canal early away from China.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot happening down there. We don't really know enough to talk about it, but boy, that was blowing up.
Oh, that never stopped me. Here, let me tell you what I think.
Well, something, we're going to get to you. I want to jump right now to Greg Hack over here. Greg Hack came here and on his own money, his own work, his own effort, decided to run for Congress because he was sick and tired of being sick and tired like the rest of us. So you're here today. I want you to enjoy yourself on the show, Greg, but give us a quick short story. You've got about 6 minutes. How you got here, why you're here, and what do you expect?
Well, I'm here for a number of reasons. You mean here or in the race?
Yeah, all the way around. Tell me why.
Well, I would like a lot of people out there watching, just watching the way our country's just declined in the last, in the last few years. It's been just horrific to see, and
So did you wake up one morning and say, I'm going to run for Congress?
It's funny. I was asked something similar to that recently. I was trying to pinpoint an exact time, and there was actually a point where I was watching C-SPAN. Yes, I watch C-SPAN occasionally, but I was watching C-SPAN, and I saw Ilhan Omar and AOC just MFing America from our house, from the people's house, from our country. I mean, and after serving our country, I love this country, man. I would do anything in the world for this country to make sure that it's here.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for my freedom.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm a kind of a macro problem solver. And I think one of the biggest problems that I've seen in our Congress is the fact that nobody trusts their member of Congress anymore. 93% of Americans don't trust their member of Congress. And when that happens, you have an electorate that just disengages and doesn't pay attention. And when that happens, you have rampant corruption, just like we have with taxman Tom Suozzi out there. Taxman Tom Suozzi's trying to raise taxes at a time when we have the worst kind of fraud going on in our country. We saw it in Minnesota. We see it in California. We're seeing it here in New York. Yeah. We don't know where the bottom is. And what's Tom Suozzi's solution? To raise taxes on people so we can accelerate the exodus of people out of New York. So,
didn't he get in on a special election?
He did.
Because he was in the 100% or 99.9% MAGA voting. What was his name there? I loved him too.
George Santos.
Yeah, George Santos.
Yeah.
George Santos, 99.9% voted MAGA, America First, with Donald Trump. Then something happened. He took $5 from his mother's thing and put it in it, whatever it was. Because these people are selling out and cheating from us with money like you wouldn't believe. So they felt it strong enough to get rid of him, have a special election, and give it to the Democratic Party. Now, I believe that the Republican Party, what I understand, Greg, they are not supporting you, are they? Or where do they stand on you?
Not at all, and that's another issue. That's another issue that we have. I'm a good American. Man, I grew up in the district. I served my country right out of high school because I love this country, and I thought we were in trouble at the time. So I wanted to go and contribute. So I go and do that. I put myself through school. I built 2 of the top law firms in New York. I created countless jobs, did right by the people around me. And my own party's fighting me. I'm putting $1 million of my own money in because they want the only path to Congress to be through them, through the party. That's it. And that's where their power comes from. But I say that's wrong. We need more competition in Congress. We need more competition among the people who among the actual candidates so that we can get the best possible representation in our Congress. But they don't want that.
Greg, can I ask you something? I think the GOP did a lot to stab Santos and get him out of there because I think they'd rather see a swamp rat like Suozzi than a Trumper. Am I wrong to think they could have held on to him for a little longer?
Absolutely, they could have. Absolutely, they could have. Absolutely, they could have.
So do we still have to primary you? Or are you a candidate to vote against the other? Is it still
Democrat?
primary?
No, there's a primary, John.
Yeah, there's a
When's
primary.
that going to happen?
June 23rd.
Yeah.
June 23rd.
June 23rd, and I'll tell you this, Greg. I have nothing but respect for you because you didn't ask for anybody help. When you came into the America First warehouse, you told me what a great American patriot you are. You fought for the country, and that you really like to run in this position. And I asked you a few questions, and one of the simple questions for me, and I'll ask you again, and you can go right to his face while I ask him this question. Could you go to Greg's face up? And if you can zoom in on it, I want the answer to this question. Who won the 2020 presidential election?
Trump, obviously.
Yeah.
Trump, obviously. Well,
straight face.
Honestly, his face was very sincere, and I believe him.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that the guy that you're running against, I ran into him at a Republican event where I think I was the MC on that one. That was the Queens Republican Club. So I'm up in the VIP room with this guy. You're going to get a kick out of this, Gino. Don't go to sleep over there. So the guy, and I
just got here. Leave him
There
alone.
he is. Hey, Joe the Box. He's all excited. America First. He can't wait to say hello to me. So I put my hand out and I said, "Who are you?" He says, "I'm Nick LaPetri Dish," or whatever his name is. I'm not really sure, but we're going to know him because he's going to come here to the warehouse. We really want the American people to see what the difference is between the GOP party, which is 55% America First, and what the MAGA America First party is, Greg Hack, which is 100% America First. So we're really going to push to make that happen. I don't know if he's going to come in because I didn't mean to scare him because his answer to that question was
Joe Biden.
Thank you, Johnny. God. It was Joe Biden won that election. And I said, with all the evidence and all the proof and all of everything that's out there, you really think that I mean, at least you could have put an asterisk next to him and said that, he maybe had some steroids. Who won the election, Gino? Can you tell me?
I can tell you that I would think it's Trump because unlike people today, they don't use common sense. They use these stupid phones. I'm out $4. And they don't realize, when they got done the election, despite the fact that they took it night by night until I woke up, came to, on Thursday morning to cars honking. I was sleeping in my car at an intersection. And then you realize that they took the election and by Saturday, they're like, this is the most legit election in history. And common sense tells you, if it took an extra 5 days to count the votes, how did it only take you 2 days to double check it? Right. And yet people want to say it was the most secure election in history because government is so secure in how lazy stupid people have become. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I just want to say, too, Greg, I appreciate what you're doing for us. We can all sit here. We do everything that we can, too. But to make a commitment to be a politician, possible. That takes a lot. That takes a lot.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot, and it takes, sorry about that, the money end of it, too, and the time end of it. So, from our perspective, the America First Warehouse is built by our Lord Jesus Christ, and I hope that he drives you, Greg Hackett. I'm pretty certain that he does. We're going to come back and talk a little bit about that, freedom of speech and carrying guns.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just 2 entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. We'll get ready for round 2. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
What an incredible time to be alive here in America. We were talking about the 2020 election, and over my right shoulder is the mugshot of Rudy Giuliani. Oh, That's my right side. Is no mug. That wasn't a mugshot. That was Greg Hack running for Congress on his own dime. But you got Rudy behind me. Who this whole election 2020 that we knew was a rig. If anybody remembers, I think it was about 5 o'clock that night, and we were getting ready for a great night. We were running over to Biden Mobile. We had this. The MAGA America First movement was very strong, and then Brett Baird, the Lion, Fox News, comes on at 5 o'clock and says that Trump lost Arizona. And I said, they still got 6-7 hours of voting.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me that you called it already? I mean, what a bunch of garbage. There was so many other things besides this. And as the truth comes out every day, I do believe that KDJ has something.
He has something.
He definitely has something, but I think this is breaking. And breaking news.
Breaking out. He has
Shot
something.
The American First Warehouse, Kevin Downey Jr. What do you got?
So a couple of things, Joe. Thank you. There's a book that came out last year that no one really paid attention to called Stolen Elections. I think it's called The Death of Democracy in the West or something like that. I have it here somewhere. And the author is talking to a man who's talking about how they stole Colorado. And he said, well, how'd you do it? Well, let me back up a minute. The election machines, parts are coming from China, and there are people who work at the Chinese factory and people who work in a Taiwanese factory saying there's bogus components in there, and that's how they're cheating. We put them in, sworn affidavits from China, people who escaped, and from Taiwan claiming we are putting bogus components in the voting machines so that people can come in and just do whatever they want. Now, the author of this book, he's talking to someone who was involved in Colorado. He said, well, how'd you do it? He goes, oh, we scraped votes. He goes, you mean you went to a blue county and took away some of the red votes? He goes, no, you'd find that. We went to the red counties, and maybe Trump got, let's say, 10,000 votes. Well, we gave him 6,000. Then we went to another county, and we stole votes from there, and they just didn't exist anymore. And one of them is Mesa County, where you guys know there's a very patriotic woman named Tina Peters sitting in jail right now because she said, hey, they cheated. Here's the proof. And they said, wow, no whistleblowers allowed here, Tina. Straight to jail. Now, Trump can't get her out. He's calling for her release, but it's a state crime. He has no control over it. But the pressure is building to let her go. It's coming, and everyone knew they cheated. The guy pooping his pants in his diaper, campaigning from his basement, didn't get 10 million more votes than Barack Obama, or 12 million more than...
Then he goes on The View, one of the last times they parade his wife, there's a place in hell for her, paraded him out. And he goes, of course I would have won. Kamala didn't get the extra 8 million votes I got or something. And then you're like, I want you to die so I can say you're welcome. Because he's not living and I'm telling you, sorry to interrupt, I went to one of the comedy clubs in New York City. It's just a bunch of idiots that are like, yeah, obviously Joe Biden won the election, and obviously, I'm like, you don't think Joe Biden was mentally, unfit? Or no, who told you that? It's not that you present things that you're saying this is a fact. You present things that are glaringly in their face, much like the election you're telling me about. Arizona, it's not just in 2020 when Trump lost 5 minutes into the voting. Yeah. It's that in 2024 when Trump won, everyone voted for Trump, but then they went down the rest of the ballot and said, but Democrat. Yeah. And common sense tells you, no one would do that. Yeah. I can't think of any time in my life I've been like, well, I love the Republican candidate, but this Democrat congressman, and yet, when people read a book like that, they're like, that's just a lie. It's not worth looking into?
So many ways to cheat, because they just came out, Tulsi Gabbard came out with a report that they found monies that went through the USAID to the Ukraine was then routed back to help Joe Biden in his election.
Yep.
Not only that, just recently the DOJ just came out with, this is new, ghost voter scam. So they just started to investigate this, and they've already found 300,000 dead voters voting. So the ghost scam, but somebody's got to be... What are they going to sign their name? And somebody's putting those votes in. Just because you are a registered voter doesn't mean that you can vote unless you physically sign, But already 300,000 dead voters voting, and it's just the beginning of it since our changed hands with Pam Bondi now. It's Blanchard, not that he's doing, but the other lady is in the head.
Army Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harmy Dillon. She's going to come back. Greg, you got a comment
I'm
on voting?
I'm just saying, like these campaigns, these elections, they mean absolutely nothing unless we
Yeah.
pass the SAVE Act, unless we really start protecting our vote.
And Doon fighting it again, right? Doon
Yeah.
turned it down. He doesn't want to do a filibuster for it.
Yeah.
If they're cheating, then we have no chance of
Yeah,
And
we have
they're
a
going to do
comfortable
the
with-
filibuster themselves.
And if we didn't
Yeah.
cheat, what a great place we'd have.
Yeah.
Imagine
Right,
things
right,
were run
right.
right and all the fraud wasn't as bad as it is. It's crazy.
You know, Johnny, I did the numbers on this. If every Republican votes and every illegal doesn't, we will never lose an election again.
Yeah.
There's no way. We just like that Mar-a-Lago. It's
Ray.
a state rep.
Yeah.
That woman won, the Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
Because enough Republicans said, "Wow, this is rock solid Trump country. I'm staying home," and we lost.
By 800.
But I also heard a woman stole
Controversy on that.
a woman stole like some key part of the.
It was a man.
What's that?
It was a man. He
Yeah, a
took the
woman wouldn't be
USB
able to do
dressed
it,
as a
right.
woman?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's probably a Democrat.
Yeah.
So.
Are we assuming gender, gentlemen? Oh shit! I did
Come on, they
That-
gotta eat.
the woman was chained to the stove. Her husband, after he had a nice meal, went. But it's again, everything is in question, and the thing that I don't know enough about it, because once I found out how meaningless that election was, they made it sound like it was for the vice presidency
Yeah.
or something, when it wasn't even like, it wasn't federal. It was like it was a county election or something. And these are the small victories they blow out of proportion, and they had to cheat to do that possibly.
Yeah.
And it gets back to what you're saying. It's like, until we have fair elections, and then we win everyone. Well, no, because you left out the voting machines, which again, look, I don't care. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Pam Bondi got fired, or whatever you want to call it, went into private practice, and then you're all these conspiracy theories, well, because they're going to prosecute a lot of stuff in Florida, and he wants it. I'm done. Let me tell you something. Just put someone in jail. And I know the president can't put people in jail, but put someone in office, put someone in that position. If you put Fauci in jail, I hate to tell you for this, I'll vote Democrat the next 4 elections if Fauci goes to jail, because he won't. Because no one goes to jail, and I've had it with this AG.
outside.
What's that? Yeah, I've had it with worrying about the AG. I've had to worry about the next. Because I'm telling you, I don't care about the midterms. I can promise you, even if we lose the midterms, we're going to win 2028 unless they cheat, and that's going to drive the left even further into madness. And I'll end with this. If we don't end this war, we're going to lose the midterms. I hope I'm wrong. And then everything will stall. And trust me, when it's done stalling 2 years, am I wrong to say it's going to be the left? It's going to be everyone that's like mad at the left, because they're the ones doing it. We're going to be like, we're done. Let's start over. They're just a bunch
with all
of
these
idiots.
headaches and stuff, I just thinking to myself as I was driving, and I still have 3 more years of Trump. I still have 3 more years of happiness. And then how I made it through the last 4 with Biden, it felt like it took forever. So I want to really enjoy what's going on now.
Yeah.
I know it's going to turn out the way President Trump wants, for America first, peace throughout the world. Yes, and some people going to jail, like Nancy Pelosi, who they confirmed today with Kash Patel that she did turn down the National Guard to protect all those people that would have been if we actually had that place off, and who knows. But she was definitely a big part of it too. Like you said, I want to see somebody arrested.
But she won't.
It's just
You're right.
that continuous one after the other lying. And I'm going to give you another example. We got 3 minutes left, Greg, and I am concerned that they'll do this to you. It was the 2016 or 2020 election that District 1 and Long Island was gone. And we brought in a faith, family, freedom guy, Anthony Figliola, and a lot like you, he did his own canvassing, he did his own door knocking, he raised his own money, and he was well on the way to give a good challenge to the incumbent, Nick LaLota, who was really only voting 53% of the time for America First
Jesus.
policies. And what they did, Greg, was in like 30 or 40 days or 60 days, whatever it was, before the primary, or before the primary, they brought in Michelle Bond with a couple of $1 million, and she wound up buying the kids that ran the loud majority. She gave them a couple of $100,000. We didn't know this till after the fact because we couldn't understand why they turned on us. So my concern for you is that they don't do the same thing. Bring somebody in with a lot of money and skew the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've been doing some pretty nasty stuff behind the scenes as well already. I don't know if I should get into the details of it, but they've been working behind the scenes to trip up my campaign. We've had every metric we've been crushing. I mean, everything we've overperformed. We have great social media reach. We reached millions of people in just a few months. We've got great press, which is impossible, which is a very difficult thing for a new candidate to do, to break out. We've got great groundswell of support. We've got energy. We've got momentum. We're going into this, and we just submitted over 4,000 signatures for the ballot petition, which is a big show of strength, which is over 3 times the requirement. So that signals to everybody from voters to the party to media and to donors as well that this is a real campaign, and this is a real campaign.
God, there's no doubt in my mind. I am very, very impressed with you, Greg. When you first walked into the warehouse, I did love everything about you, your America First attitude. You came in with your family, your wife and your children. You worked hard. It's your own money that you're putting out in front. So, I mean, to me, you crossed all the boxes to me. I think you know, your own efforts and stuff. So I am a little disappointed that they are not giving you a fair chance or a fair shake at it. But I hope we can set up this debate here at the warehouse. I got Teresa working real hard on that. We sent a letter out to both your campaigns. We want to have 50 people on his side, 50 people on your side. Each one of you choose one person to be the moderator. So we'll have 2 moderators from both sides here at the America First Warehouse, where we want to give you this chance and give LaPetrie the same chance to be able to talk to the American people. You think you're in for that?
I think that's a great thing to do. I believe in primaries.
Greg is in for it. How about you, America? Be back after the
Money
break.
just doesn't stretch like it used to. Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won, it's not about what party, it's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse.
It's me, Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
I
That's what separates us from them.
Here we are back here at the America First Warehouse. I just can't get enough of this place. I'm so grateful. I believe that my Lord Jesus Christ continues to push me down this road. We are here in this location for at least another year and a half at the America First Warehouse. We're developing patriotic television and patriotic events and podcasts. We got it going on. There's like, I don't know, we're up to like 13, 14 different podcast shows. We like to bring in nighttime shows. But on the next segment, we're going to have Teresa in the war room, the Democratic war room today. And she's going to give you a list of all the great things that are coming on, including this weekend with Tommy Robinson. That's pretty good. Greg, I hope you can come back on Saturday night if you're free to come back as our guest. We should have a pretty good house. I think we sold over 100 tickets so far. We're going to double that by the end of the week. If you're interested, go to the America First Warehouse. Tommy Robinson is a free speaker, free speech. This guy went to jail in England because he was talking about things like he shouldn't, like Muslims raping their women. I don't know why he would be upset about that. Gino, can you tell me why you think he'd be upset about that?
Because they took away his freedom. For nothing, for speaking their mind, because England is becoming, I don't care what anyone says, it's a joke. It's a joke. Like, we left that country centuries ago.
250 years.
Yeah, how long?
250.
Very good. Well, I think it took a little long. We left a little before that, and then we had that little tiff. But now we look back, and we get to say, you're doing it wrong. And I've had it. And this is what a buddy of mine says. It's like, well, the Muslim population is only 6% of, the Muslims only 6% of the population. You're exaggerating it. No, we're not. That's even worse, because you're treating that 6% and you're giving them so many rights and so much ridiculous power that it's just collapsing it on. It's the same thing I always say about this country, about DEI and about illegal immigrants. Okay? The only people that have more of a problem with illegal immigrants than citizens are legal immigrants. The only people that have more problems with what the Muslims are doing in England than all the people trying to get in there, than the people that live there already, are all the people that got there and said, this is what I came here for. So again, getting back to Tommy Robinson, he's trying to speak his mind. They're like, no, we don't want to hear this. We're just going to destroy this country. What was the question?
Yeah,
Jews. Jews, am I right, sir?
I'm not really sure about the Jew part, but I will tell you that they don't want us to speak. They've been shutting us down. Even my own America First platform, how it gets shadow banded left and right. It just seems hard to continue to push out the truth. That whole left side, they just lie from the beginning to the end. I watch sometimes Steve Bannon, but I don't watch the first segment of Steve Bannon because all he wants to show me is what MSNBC Now has to say about things. And I know what they're saying isn't worth anything.
Nope.
Right, Kev?
Absolutely. Folks, they have to try. They can't win by what they're selling. Hey, we want this guy to shower next to your daughter. We know 80% of the country is against that, probably more, but half of those who say they're for it probably just too afraid to say, yeah, I don't want that. Because the fear of being called transphobic is too much for them. I saw a woman being interviewed. She allowed doctors to carve out the breasts of her 15-year-old daughter. Ugh. And then at 17, the daughter said, what's going on? I'm a woman. What are we doing? And they said to the mother, why would you do that? She says, well, I was afraid someone would call me transphobic. Fear. Weak people are easily motivated with fear. And people want to believe they're good. Oh, you're a good person if you allow that. No, then I'm a horrible person.
One of the greatest, and this is saying something, Simpsons lines ever, is when Lisa walks into Homer and says, well, Dad, you are the highly suggestible type. And he says, I am the highly suggestible type. This is what the people that watch the left have become. Because it was triggered when you said, they changed it. It's MS now. MSNOW, as they jokingly say. And if you said, hey, look, we're changing our name, what does that tell you? It's like, obviously, this brand is dead. Yeah. No one will, we've destroyed that. Hey, we're changing our name from CNN to CN Honest. No. No, they're broken. And even Fox News, getting back to 2020 to make it a theme. The moment Fox News said, yeah, Trump won Arizona, am I the only one that said, all right, I'm done with Fox? I'm done with Fox. Mm-hmm. These people just...
Biden, yeah. When they said Biden won it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What did I
Biden.
say?
We knew what you meant.
Yeah, thank you. No, thanks for... But and the reason we said it then is it's common sense.
Yeah.
And they're weeding out people with common sense. They're like, MSNRW, that's a shiny new name. We should be listening to them. No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I go to the Fox, but yes, it's annoying me lately. There are people on Fox News that I go to because I enjoy watching them, like obviously like Gutfeld.
Sure.
But when they, we have to say, we have to have the left on so you can get that other side of the opinion. But when they don't challenge them, that's what gets me. So if they say something that's a lie, and then they keep going with it like they do with CNN and MSNBC and everything else, but Fox is doing that too. So if a lefty's up there and he says something wrong, something that's not true, and if they don't object to it or go after it again, then I'm losing my interest in Fox News too, because I see that more and more on
Well,
Fox.
what really gets me so angry is when they say like, he's a pedophile, or he has 34 felony counts against him. Oh, he was holding records back in Mar-a-Lago. Oh, he made a phone call that wasn't right. Oh, he was communicating with Russia in the 2016. I mean, they can't get a true story out of them no matter what. It's ridiculous. So how do you think you're going to deal with all of that when you're in Congress up there, Greg
Well,
Hack?
it's funny you brought all that. Talking about all this stuff. Just like we don't trust our members of Congress, just like we don't trust the people that are elected to represent us, we don't trust our media anymore. That's why we have such a plethora of amateur and non-prime media out there, because they just become agents of propaganda and agenda and pushing agenda. I don't know how some of these people can actually call themselves journalists anymore, and that's a real problem, because it shapes the way we all think. It shapes the way the electorate thinks, and you have very impressionable people, like you were just saying, that are out there and very suggestible, and that's the majority of people out there. So we've become an audience to be manipulated, and that's the problem. We become an audience to be manipulated by the media, and we become an audience to be manipulated by our elected leaders, and that's what I'm trying to change.
And when you say journalism, I get a shooting pain, because journalism isn't what it is. Journalism has become propaganda, and you watch these guys. I'll say it again. I watch a lot of CNN clips simply for Mr. Wonderful, the guy from, I always forget his name, from
Kevin
Leary.
Kevin
Leary, and the guy Scott Jennings, and if you don't get journalism, especially online, it's just become this arrogance of your own echo chamber. And Scott Jennings, they were talking about the Iran, war, and he's like, it stabilized the reason, and he gets done, Scott Jennings, and off camera you hear a woman go, she goes, LOL, and he goes, and he says to her, what did you say? Because he knows what it means, but she's so arrogant, she goes, it means laugh out loud, it's for your time. So then she spits her stupidity, and when she gets done, Scott Jennings goes, LMAO, and then tears her a new one. and I'm like, this is why I'm here at the America First Warehouse, because let me tell you, the four letters I would have said would have started with a C and ended with a T, and then I would have just walked off. Because they call that journalism.
What an embarrassment to say that you're a journalist, and these people, award-winning journalists on CNN and MSNBC, and here comes a guy, Nick Shirley, nobody even knows, uncovers more stuff that you could freaking imagine, more stuff to get yourself all worked up, but the truth, and it puts the truth out there, and then what are we going to do about that? What can we do about it?
He just hired bodyguards, I heard, because, it's like they killed Kirk.
Yeah.
That's questionable now, too. Who did that, right? Did that up in the air with the bullet and not matching the gun?
Well, the bullet didn't match because it was so mangled.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it didn't come from the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wasn't it obvious too what happened there? I mean,
yes.
You saw. I mean, they had. I forgot the name of the
Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, Tyler Robinson. Wasn't he in the building? He was atop the building, right in front of where Charlie Kirk was.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk was shot from the right side into the right side of his neck and hit there. So you saw him go this way. I mean, he was facing this way, which is where Tyler Robinson was. So
my brother said it perfectly. Let's see if this Tyler guy gets to trial. You know what I mean? Because that's, a lot of people don't seem to make it to trial. Yeah. I already forgot the kid's name. And what was the kid's name that shot the Butler kid?
Oh, Thomas Crooks.
Yeah, Crooks. It's like a name like that. Yeah, and Jack, a lot of these guys, that Oswald guy, they tend not to make it to trial. So I'm curious what went on, but I think, like you said, it was the Jews. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Israel is not the Jews. You know what I mean? But again, that's another thing that's really my curiosity.
Yeah, we did go off on a tangent with Charlie Kirk, but I had a few buddy of mine, ballistics, guys that fired weapons, and said that the weapon and caliber that was shot at him, his head would have exploded like a watermelon instead of just falling over like he did. What do you got, Kev?
Well, he got hit in the neck. I think if he got hit in the head, it would have been a different situation. that guy killed him. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, there's always going to be questions, okay, but that Tyler Robinson, I think for sure he did it. And people are panicking. Well, look, it's not and the people on our side saying, look, the bullet doesn't come from the gun. It was Israel. It probably came from the gun, but like you said, it pancaked, as we rednecks say. Yeah. We rednecks from Detroit, when we shoot people, the bullet pancaked. They could never trace it back to me. It doesn't mean he didn't do it. It doesn't mean it didn't come from his gun. But you're right. If he doesn't make it to trial, if he gets Jack Rubied.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or he gets pensed, which is stabbing in the back from your best friend.
Yeah.
That could happen too.
Absolutely.
Brute, wasn't that it? But, listen, Charlie Kirk trial is going to go down. All I know is that I really love Charlie Kirk. I couldn't believe the words that he said. I couldn't believe how he came out with them. He really had no fear. He was definitely on the front line, and I think he spoke for most Americans, that love the country, love God, and love their family, right? Just exactly like you, Greg Hack. You got a minute to bring us out. You see that time thing?
Yeah.
All right, tell us all about your America First movement. What do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I love being around people that love America and want to see us do better and want to see us stronger and more prosperous. And that's what I think we need our elected leaders to do. And that's why I'm doing this. I mean, I'm not doing this to get a career. I'm not doing this to get power or to get rich. I've already made money. I'm willing to put that money and I'm investing in the people of this country. I'm investing in the people of our district to give them real representation, to let them know that, hey, listen, I'm not controlled by anybody. I'm not controlled by party bosses. I'm not controlled by big donors or anybody else. I'm putting my positions out there first so that if you want to get on the bandwagon later on, great. But now it's about establishing trust with the voters. And I've lived my life trustworthy. I've remained trustworthy, and I will remain that way as a member of Congress.
I love it. You're the best, Greg Hack. Stick around.
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit tafwsoundmoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Get ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always always be.
We're back. Yeah, we're back. We're here back at the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in the universe, right, KDJ?
Absolutely. You know, I used to say galaxy, but by God, it's the universe by now. I've been all over the place. Can't find any place more patriotic than the America First Warehouse right here in Suffolk County, Long Island. Now, let me ask you guys something. You've been on Long Island your whole lives, the three of you, right? Has it always been this red?
There's four of us. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, he's not from Long Island.
Oh, you're excluded?
Yeah.
I'm not from Long Island.
Where you from?
I'm from South Jersey, dirty Jersey, but I've been in New York 25 years.
That might count. All right, what was your question? Because I forgot.
Has Long Island always been as red as it is now?
I never knew what color it was.
Yeah.
I never knew what color it was personally until I got involved in 2016 with following Donald Trump. I mean, I did vote for Ronald Reagan in 1980. I was 18 years old at the time, right? Johnny Boy, my mom took us down for the draft and then voter registration. So that was what we started. And I went with Reagan because my father told me that he's a Republican. So I want to be like my dad. How about you guys?
Actually, pretty similar. My dad was a union president, and unions are mostly Democrat, you'd think. But, I always thought we were mostly Democrat. I found out later on that my dad was a Republican. We didn't really even talk about it. But like you, you said that you really didn't know what color it was. It was very similar for me. I was going with what I thought my dad was, but we never really talked about it. So it was pretty interesting to find out. And I asked him why as a union leader are you Republican? He says, well, I'm a building trades union leader, and we've done very well for our members over the years, and they want to keep what they have. Mm-hmm. So it's essentially why most of them are now, most of the rank and file now are Republican. So
I think it obviously goes down to the parents' fault, Yeah, we were raised by a Marine Corps, and I think anybody that puts their life into service like that, the tendency is to vote America First or be a Republican, I also, I didn't know what color it was here on Long Island because I didn't care.
Yep.
I think I moved down at my young age into Florida for 20 years. That was also all Republican down there as well. I think if I was down there, I saw one parade with 3 cars with guys wearing bras going down there with their flags for Biden. But it was always been that way, And it's up to how your upbringing was. So militaries, we love America. Anybody in any branch.
Yeah. Hey, nobody loves America more than the America First Warehouse of Media and Television. And we have in the Democratic War Room right now, we have T-Mac, who has a list of what's happening at the warehouse, including this Saturday with Tommy Robinson. T-Mac, are you in this morning? Oh,
I
my
am.
goodness.
Good morning.
There you are in the War Room. Tell us what's happening.
I am. Happy April, everyone. We hope all of you had a blessed Easter with your family and friends. We had a very quiet weekend here at the warehouse, but we're about to really get busy now. So every Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a full podcast lineup for you. If you want to get your phones out, start screenshotting or scanning those QR codes, please tune in. And every Thursday, we have our Faith Night here, which is Bible study with Tom and Amanda Weirman. And immediately following, we have Christ to Conquer the Nations Church with Pastor Crystal. It's a beautiful night of prayer and worship, so please come down for that. Every Friday night, we have the fellas live from Studio 6B to Real America's Voice production in our studio Friday nights. Come on down to see that. And like Joe the Box just said, we have a very special guest this Saturday, April 11th, Tommy Robinson, being interviewed by Gavin McGinnis, who you will see in the next segment. These tickets are going fast. It's a lot of hype around this event, so please come down and secure your tickets ASAP. On April 18th, Turning Point USA Faith, that just started, and we're helping them get off the ground. They have their next meeting with us, so please check that out. April 25th, we have the 1916 Project. It's a great documentary by Seth Gruber, really phenomenal, and we want everyone to really see this movie and learn more about it. We also have the next day a Meet the Candidates rally in Belmore, and if you know any great America First candidates, reach out to us, and we're looking forward to rally season kicking off. The following graphic will be the save the dates for all the rallies coming up from now through the end of the year. On May 9th, the America First Warehouse brings you Guitar Legends live with Joe Cumia. We can't wait to rock the house out. Get your tickets now. And on May 18th, we have Freedom in Motion Dance Fitness. It's a fundraiser. It's going to be a lot of fun, leading from May 18th all the way almost to 4th of July, celebrating America 250 with an amazing patriotic dance lineup of music. And on May 30th, we are so excited to bring you Mayor Rudy Giuliani's birthday party. Tickets are going fast for that. There will be a camera crew here for his documentary getting filmed with some great surprises, so please get your tickets now. We have AMAC coming up, which you got it there, great. That's June 20th. They were going to bring an all-star lineup, a great event honoring America 250, and the night before, Rav will be here doing something special. I believe we have a live band coming. More details coming soon. Our item of the month is our One Nation Under God t-shirts. It's a great conversation starter. You can get those on our website or here in our venue, so please check that out. And I just want to shout out our great affiliates, TAFW Sound Money, My Patriot Travel, making travel great again, My Pillow with Mike Lindell, Tallow Honey Gold, LifeWave, and LifeVantage, all wonderful natural products that help you stay healthy and well. You can get all of that information on our website, which you can scan right there. And our biggest way to support us now is our app, and you can get all that information on our app as well, so scan that. Thank you very much. Enjoy your week. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, T-Mac. You're one of the hardest workers. I love the sign that's on her desk. If you come and see it, it says Chaos Coordinator, and sometimes that's quite a great title for her. Listen, we got 5 minutes left in this segment, and we're going to go in. I'm hoping that Gavin joins us on Zoom. When he's in on the Zoom, I want you to let me know right away. I'll bring him right in. We got 5 minutes left, and what I want to do is go around to my friends here, and I want you to think about this, and I want you to give me what you found that Donald Trump said this week or recently that you feel you want to comment on. Maybe it was funny, maybe it was not so funny, but you know what, Johnny boy, I think I'm going to start with you because I think you've been sitting on this for a while.
It's funny because I saw the clip this morning, and I didn't think anything of it, and then of course I got my information because I only listen to what Donald Trump has to say. So his comment on Macron and the sorry he's recovering from a right hook to the jaw from his wife.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it, and then he made the comment. I thought that was hilarious.
But dude, he got slapped in the plane like months ago. What is
it was right at the entrance of the plane, the doorway. He's in there, and boof, right to the jaw. You see his face go like that. Then he looks in the camera. Hey, everybody. Not to realize his wife gave him a right hook, so Trump made the comment that he's recovering from a right hook to the jaw.
He does have some great comments because I think he was talking about the lack of support that he was getting from some of them countries.
Yeah, well, France, they didn't stand behind us. Yeah, they're not a good country, and he deserves all the whooping he can give them.
Yeah. I know, Gino, you have something in your mind that Trump might have said this week that perked your excitement or anything.
Last week I sat here, as I do every week, whether you invite me or not.
Late or not.
It doesn't even include yours. Last week I sat here, and I said last week's tweet was my favorite by Trump, okay? This week's is by far the best. Now, I'm gonna say something to you guys, okay? Non riempirci mi caglione. Do you know what that means?
I'll take one.
You know what that means? It means in Italian, don't F with me. But here's the thing. You guys don't understand Italian, do you? No. Well, the problem with Iran is they only understand crazy. And that's how Donald Trump addressed them on Easter Sunday, and even threw in a praise be Allah. He said, get the fuck out of the straits. He said, or I'm going to bomb everything you own. And the people are like, that's crazy. Yes, it's crazy because you can't be nice to these, I almost called them people, but you can't be nice to people that are like, yeah, bomb us because we want a nuclear holocaust so we can bring back Armageddon and bring some guy out of a ditch. So he spoke crazy to them. Yeah. He spoke their language, and it was glorious beautiful.
It might take crazy to know crazy. And I'm telling you, I'm still laughing at that one. That was hilarious. Thank you very much for that.
I tried.
Now, KDJ, I know you got something. What did Trump do that either steamed your clams or made your clams happy?
You know, he made my clams happy when he basically snipped what was left of Keir Starmer's scrotum off of him. He said, hey, come and get your oil with your delayed courage. It's safe now. You didn't have to be a part of the fighting. Now it's safe. Come and get it.
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. Just talk about a cuck there.
Or you could buy the oil from the U.S. There's plenty of oil for sale.
We got plenty. But you know what? The praise be to Allah, that is just the second scoop. Yeah.
That's the chef's the second scoop. Yeah. Oh, let's just a little. Did you sprinkles? What do you want on that? It's so good.
Greg, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but was there something in particular Trump might have said this week that you liked, or?
Well, said I like what both of you said as well, but he gave a war briefing next to the Easter Bunny. That was amazing. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
You get away with that?
Yeah, that's great. That's it.
Right?
He's great.
He really
and let me pay you a compliment before I forget, because if you get a minute, rewind, go back and watch his statement at the end of the last segment, because I'm going to say about you what I say about Trump, and I've said this for weeks. He's all these other politicians, especially the ones you're facing. They want the power, they want the fame, they want the money. But you said it, you're a self-made man. And you really want to represent the people. And when Donald Trump speaks, he speaks like you, or vice versa. And you like what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're a proud American. You fought for our country. You want to help people. Same thing. And you notice, I'm like, he gave the war briefing in front of the Easter Bunny. Why? Because I'm just hanging out with the people I love. I'm like, oh, it's Easter. I'm bringing the Easter Bunny with me. And we'll kill those nuts.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's fuzzy.
That's what I love about it, though. It was honest.
Yeah.
And that's what people need.
Authentic.
Yeah,
and you're authentic, my man. You're authentic.
Yes,
Very
he
nice,
is. Yes, he is. Okay, it's my turn. My turn. Don't I get a turn? But I got to tell you what, I never
his
laughed
show or
so hard. I never laughed so hard when the Japanese ambassador came. And he's sitting there. Oh, he's very nice, very nice. Oh, why didn't you tell us about the bombs that you sent to Iran? You didn't give it. And he said, well, you sure didn't give me anointment when it came to Pearl Harbor, did you? Ba-boom! I tell you what, that was the greatest one. Come on, I know you liked it.
That was a great one.
So did I win this contest again?
We have to let you win.
No, you
You said
don't.
I could ride the plane if I let you win.
That's the Iranian bomb. That's right there. That's their latest piece. We took it out from the Iranian desert. We're coming back with a Johnny Blanket party.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol
the way it goes out. I happen to be driving my motorcycle on that one segment, and then you got me on top of the van at the next segment singing the Ted Nugent songs from when I grew up, another great Patriot. Each week, we try and take a little advantage of the time, and I want to thank the guys upstairs that are working their magic and putting us out on the network. Is that Gavin trying to dial in with us? Woohoo! All right. Once we get Gavin on, this is going to be pretty exciting. One of the segments that we like to do is we like to give the Johnny Blanket Party segment where each one of us go around the room and we pick a person, whether it be Joe Biden or somebody like that. Here we go. Look at that handsome guy. I didn't know you owned a tie. Look at you, Gavin.
I just got it an hour ago.
It's absolutely beautiful, brother. So you're calling in from your podcast studio? Is that where you come in from?
Yeah. The studio's right next to me. I'm in my office right now. We're in the South Bronx.
Well, you're here at the America First Warehouse. You're actually on this stage that we plan on putting you and Tommy Robbins on. We got a little over 100 some odd tickets sold so far, but when we come into the home stretch, we usually pick up, and I'm feeling very confident that we'll be able to fill this house up, especially after we continue to talk about it and then bring it out. Now, you have been a radical America First patriot your whole life, have you not? What inspired you to be such a radical America First guy?
9/11, that changed everything for me. I wasn't even that interested in politics, and then when I was living in the Lower East Side at the time, and I saw it happen, and it was a wake-up call where I sort of said, wait, what have you guys been doing? What's been going on behind my back? Well, I was writing jokes for Vice magazine about people's pants, and I realized that the government is full of incompetent bureaucrats who have no idea what they're doing. It's just a giant DMV. And so I changed the direction of my satire to be about mocking them and ridiculing them. I moved here from Canada in the late 90s, and we had to move here because we were running a business and we just couldn't generate a profit down there. It's a socialist country. So I was so happy to be an American, and then I see these Muslims attack the beloved country that just let me in, and it changed me forever.
Yeah, I mean, they were downright out. That's exactly what it was. It was the extremists that Trump is trying to take out right now. And this is something that started back then, but it was even way before 9/11 that they were attacking the Americans the way they are. So you've been radical. Now you're saying you went against the grain. Did they get in trouble right away from that? Your satire and your comedy. Were you shut down?
No, the early aughts were a pretty cool time. You could say whatever you wanted. I think America changed drastically in 2008 with Obama. And he decided to bring back the whole notion of everyone is racist and everything is slavery and it's white versus black, it's rich versus poor. He brought back Marxism and identity politics. And things started to go downhill after Obama. Things really went nuts, though, with the trans movement around 2010. I wrote an article that said trans people are just mentally ill gays. They're not special. They're just are deranged homosexuals mostly. And that got me fired. I lost my ad agency. And then things just snowballed from there. With Trump, in 2015, there was a little bit of a dip where you could be MAGA for like an hour. And then the radical left and cancel culture seemed to accelerate like in 2017. And it was like, my buddy Jim Goat said, he goes, can you believe we won? It sure doesn't feel like we won. Because in 2017, it was the radical left who decided whether you could have a job or not. It's died down now, but 2018 up until maybe like 3 years ago, America lost its mind.
Yeah, they lost their mind. They lost a lot. We have some great guests on the show today. One of them is Kevin Downey Jr., and he's dying to ask you a question, Gavin. Kevin, what do you got for Gavin McInnes?
Hey, Gavin, I met you before at a Cumia party. Good to see you again.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
All right, how are you, buddy? I'd love to know your opinion. Are we out of this transmabob nonsense yet? I mean, it just seems to be what they call the 80-20 issue. How is anyone still voting for this? Is it coming back? Because I agree, 2018, it was brutal. Are we through are we headed towards the light?
Yeah, the left needs a new pet. They keep adopting these pets. It was black people for a while, and that was their little pets that they cherished. And then black people started voting against gay marriage and stuff, and they went, whoa, 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 we need a new pet. Then it was gays, then it was the trans. But the problem with trans as pets is you start researching the data, and you see a wildly disproportionate number of them are involved in child sex assaults, child pornography, and that's not good for your brand. So I think they're kind of flailing now, looking for a new pet, and the trans thing's definitely done. I think they want to make Indians their new pet. I think that's their new model minority, and they're going to see if they can get them to behave.
Great point. I love that. Thanks, man.
Hey, Gavin, I got my handsome identical twin brother. I say he's handsome because, I see him in front of me. Johnny Blanket. He's got a question for you, Gavin.
You had mentioned, too, that originally their first pet was the black people, and they used to put a good, backing and get support because of this. Now, transgender, which is crazy, what's the population of transgender compared to black, and why is their voice more than the black people? How does that
I think they were easier to manipulate, probably because they're mentally ill. But the way you get their numbers up is you change the definition of trans. I think there are people who are genuinely so deranged that they were born in the wrong body. I think there's probably 17 of them in all of America. I mean, there's people who think they were meant to be crippled and they cut their legs off. So it exists, but you got to get that number 17 up to like 50 million. So what you do is you say gender is a spectrum, and this has changed now, but a couple years ago, about 60% of kids around the age of 12 years old identified as non-binary, like the majority of little kids. So that was going to be their plan, like Joe Camel, get the kids while they're young and then they'll stay on brand forever. But the trans thing blew up because of their perversions when it comes to pedophilia. So that's why they're done. But yeah, it was a really bizarre group to pick because there's not a lot of them. And how many sane trans people are there who are, happily married and they have a garden and they have a Chevy Subaru or whatever, they go to work? I mean,
a garden on stolen land, I must add. You're right, though. So few of them are sane. You know what I think? And you tell me what you think. Gay people got the right to get married in, I think 2015. I thought, okay, well, here comes the victory lap. Nope, we got this guy over here in a dress. Where's he going to take a dump? And they seem to just plow forward with that. I'm sure the NGOs supporting the gay community wanted their money. But I agree with you. There are so few. I think maybe they were selected because they are such disruptors of society. They're coming into the girls' locker room, younger and younger. It was college, now it's high school. Do you think that part of their mission here is to just destabilize the nation?
Absolutely, yeah. That's a great point. I think they want human fodder, right? They don't care about these people. They're pets, and they abuse their pets. So with blacks, they were like, oh, good, these guys will riot. We just make sure they're not prosecuted, and I can count on them to burn the city down. Antifa is exactly the same way. These kids they'll die for the cause. And that's why Proud Boys go to jail for 4 years just for defending themselves in a fight with Antifa. While when Antifa go to court in New York, these lawyers just magically appear out of the ground and defend them pro bono. And the judges comply because Antifa is the paramilitary wing of the DNC. Yeah. So that you just made me realize that the appeal with trans is they're like kamikazes. Like they will go into wherever you want them to and scream and yell and destroy the place. They're like berserkers.
Yes.
In the Viking days where they would do mushrooms and just start killing people. They're reliable lunatics, I guess, in that sense.
Now, this weekend coming up on Saturday, you are bringing in Tommy Robinson. Is Tommy Robinson a friend of yours? We got like 2 minutes left. I want to know, tell us how you got him to come in. I'm blown away.
Yeah, he's a great friend. When I was born in Hitchin, England, which is right next to Luton, where he's from, and I watched that city decay after I left Britain. And Luton went from a place where my mother would get groceries to a 60% Muslim hellhole that is indistinguishable from Lahore, Pakistan. It's just, that city's gone. So we bonded on that, and I've been friends with him ever since. He's been on my show a bunch of times, but he wasn't allowed into the States. And I think the Trump administration changed the rules and revoked his ban. Well, we'll find out about that on Saturday.
I'm like totally blown away by that. I do want to ask upstairs. I really want to try and get another segment. If I know you got some time, Gavin, before your show at 2:00. If I can get you to stick around for 12 more minutes, what I want to do is do what we always do here at the warehouse. We end up with a Johnny blanket party. We choose somebody that we'd like to put a blanket over their head and beat the crap out of them for the great things that they're doing to try and destroy our country. And that's what we do in the next segment. If I can convince my guys to stick around, I'll see if I can do that.
Otherwise, we're going to be hanging out with them this Saturday, right?
Yeah, for sure. Coming in Saturday. Do I got to get a car for you, brother? Because I'll send my van to go get you if I have to.
No, I'll pick up Tommy on the way by.
Okay, very good, because I want to make sure I have everything for you. We got about 20 seconds. I did bring an America First candidate online with us, Greg Hack. We're going to give him a chance to tell us who he'd like the blanket party. I'm pretty sure it might be somebody in the GOP. I think they're on our team, the GOP. Sometimes I get confused. We'll be back right after these messages, Gavin. Stick around, please.
Have you noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive. But it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep. And you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won, it's not about what party, it's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
6P on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse.
It's me, Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We are back for an extra bonus section of the America First podcast because we're bringing in Gavin McInnes. Gavin's been a friend of mine. I know many years ago, Gavin, I don't know if you remember this, you got kicked out of one place, two places, three, four places you got kicked out of. I get a phone call out of nowhere. Hey, this is Gavin McInnes. I'm like, oh, yeah, I think I heard of you. And I'm thinking like trouble. You know, that's what I'm thinking. And you said, we needed a place, a venue to show our comedy. And I said, come on in, because this is free speech, and you did, and you nailed it. It was something we put together like a last-minute thing, and it was a lot of fun. And I really appreciated that day. I appreciated you and what you did. You weren't that funny, but the other guys were pretty good.
The guy before him stunk.
The
Oh,
guy
that was
was
me.
great.
Oh, that was me.
Listen, Gavin, listen, I'm going to give you an opportunity. This is our favorite part of the show. It's called the Johnny Blanket Party. And if there was anybody in your life that deserves nothing but a beating, to put their, a blanket over their head, and I give these guys plenty of time to think about it. So we're going to try and go around the room, and we're going to get to you too, Gavin. Who in this lifetime or right now deserves a blanket party? And we're going to start with you, Gino, my brother from another mother.
Now, I'm not going to use a name. I'm going to use a number for the blanket party. Because after what Trump has said and tweeted the past couple of weeks, which has been the best entertainment ever. Anyone that throws out the number 25, oh, we've got to invoke the 25th Amendment, they get a blanket party. I mean, maybe that answer will change after 8 p.m. tonight. I don't know. But it was like, oh, he gets. What was going on the past 4 years that no one brought that number up? No one. Until the only people that brought it up were behind closed doors when they threatened Biden and said, you got to step down, bubble brain.
Yeah.
So anyone that throws out the number 25, unless they're a 25-year-old, they get the blanket party.
Wow, Gino, you didn't waste any time with that. I know you was thinking about that for a long time. You know who else got one in their mind? KDJ. Who you going to put under the blanket today?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Joy Reid because she was just doing some podcast no one's heard of in a desperate attempt to remain relevant. And she said, we have to change the way people think. In the 1900s, they could make a bunch of money and keep it. There were no taxes. And then just leave it to their families. We got to get them on a more modern thought process because the communists are filthy diarrhea people who want to steal your money, and they don't want you to give it to your kids when you pass on. They want to either tax it from you or take it after you die. These people are animals. So let's blanket party Joy Reid. I'm going to put a couple of bars of Irish Spring in my sock just for her.
I got to tell you, there's so many to choose from. I'm really having a tough time with it. But I'm going to tell you right now, and it's pretty easy because I'm stepping in the plate before somebody steals this. There's a mayor of New York City who thinks he's going to stop everybody from partying from the month of June to the month of August. What? And it's the biggest day of our lives. It's the 250th anniversary of America. And we can't have a barbecue in New York City. We're going to have a blanket party. And it's going to be Mayor Mandami, Kami Mandami. You know what? Throw his wife under the blanket too, and we'll soap them both up. What do you think about that, huh?
I like that.
I knew you'd like that one. Now, we got 3 left over here, and Gavin, I'm going to save you for the end because I know there's somebody that maybe you want to throw 2 or 3 different people that you want to beat up. We're going to stay close to home. We're going to pick up the District 3 congressman. Now, you got to be real careful because you don't want to get in no trouble on somebody you want to pick, District 3 congressman Greg Hack. Who are you going to put under the blanket?
There's a lot of possibilities, but I'm going to go with somebody who does nothing but manipulate the people of Long Island, who does nothing but use our Congress as a place to get rich and a place to raise taxes on the people who work hard for our district. That's Tom Suozzi. I'm going to go with Tom Suozzi.
Going to go with Tom Suozzi, District 3. Now, if you remember, in the most recent address to the nation, President Trump was speaking, and Suozzi was snoozing. He was actually had his hand in his thing, and I think he was out like a light. I'm not sure what it was, but he wasn't standing for any America First values, and I got to believe he needs a blanket party. That's for sure. Johnny Blanket. Listen, this is your segment here, buddy. And I know that you got somebody that you like to soap up pretty
Bro,
good.
my mind changed 10 times already on who I want to give to a blanket party, but I'm going to have to steal Gino's plan over here, and I'm going to say the whole Democratic Party. Anybody that does not stand up for American citizens before illegal aliens deserves more than a blanket party.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
They deserve expulsion
Might
from
not
the
be
country.
funny. I'm trying. It's not easy to be funny with people.
Listen,
on a serious note,
I think you're going to like this next one. Gavin McGinnis, the founder of the Proud Boys, are going to be interviewing Tommy. You are born in England, moved to Canada. Now you live in the States, and you're a citizen of the United States. Who are you going to put under the blanket and take care of?
Well, I thought of a lot of women too, like Joy Reid, Jasmine Crockett, you know, the squad. But it probably feels really weird to put a woman in a bag and punch her in her face, smash her head in. So I can only do it to a dude. Eric Swalwell was my first instinct, just because he's so smug and incompetent. He personifies the loser party that is the DNC. But then I thought, no, I want to feel rage. And the Krasenstein brothers, Brian and Krasenstein, it would be nice to get them in a bag and smash their heads together in the bag. But then you feel like that's just like beating up a retard. Like, will that change anything? And so I've settled on Dean Withers. He's like a 20-something wimpy little kid who debates other Zoomers, and you're not a man until you've been punched in the face. So I think Dean Withers would actually benefit from a good beating, and it would sort of like reset his hard drive, and I think he'd be better off for it. I think we would have created a conservative with just one good pounding of Dean Withers. So yeah, all my Irish Spring is going to go for his cranium. I think that's a good investment.
That's a beautiful
You
one,
and
McGinnis.
Kevin are the only people that still buy Irish Spring, Gavin. You understand?
I
like
love
it,
Irish
too.
Spring personally myself. I'm an Irish Spring guy myself.
I only use it for beatings. I haven't used soap in years.
you and Garrett don't use the soap.
We went through the blanket party, and we just finished up with the holiday Easter. The risen Jesus Christ rose from the dead. That's my belief. I believe very strongly in the kingdom that's at hand. I would like to just take the last 4 minutes and maybe each one of us go around and say why we are grateful to be an American citizen, why we are grateful to be born at this time and to be part of this life at the moment that we're in. And Johnny boy, I know you're ready. What do you got for me?
I got to say that life now with our President Trump just makes it so easy, you know. And it's kind of hard that we hang out with a bunch of funny people and we don't want to see anybody get in trouble for what they said. But freedom of speech, living in this country, there's nothing better. I love it.
Very nice. Freedom of speech is what makes him so happy, and that's so important because this weekend with Tommy Robinson coming in, he spent a lot of time in jail because freedom of speech wasn't something that he was allowed to have. But if there was some great things, Gino, what do you got on your plate that would make you happy?
I'm a broken record with this, and I've said this. Every day you wake up in America, just know that 3 out of 4 people woke up in India or China. So you're already playing with house money, okay? And again, I'm thankful that the election was stolen in 2020, so we get Trump that had the hindsight and knew who screwed him over. I'm hoping he'll do more with the new AG, but I don't expect anyone to go to jail. And my friends and family. And, Gavin that dragged me here so I could meet you guys, and now I could bug you every week instead of him.
I'm very grateful for that, too, by the way, Gino, because I do enjoy your company. I like the way you come in and break it all up. And for my goodness this week, I'm going to say that I am very grateful and happy to have Gino in my corner and that he comes out here for as little as $1 a day.
I got a raise, Gav.
So we got 2 more people if we didn't get everybody. The great congressman from District 3. What are you grateful, blessed about, or what do you like so much?
I'm proud that I'm grateful that I live in a country where you can work hard. Nobody gave me anything, man. I washed dishes when I was 13 years old, and I built a life and a family and a beautiful home and a great business, and I want that to exist for our kids. So I'm privileged that I'm able, and I feel grateful that I'm able to step up and do this and actually try and make sure that our kids and the next generation has the same opportunities that I had. That's
I
what
can't. I'm so proud of you, Greg. I think that not many people. Many people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. You came out. You've been fighting from the beginning. You're a great American patriot, and I think that you're going to win in District 3. I'm going to do everything that I can. We're going to end the show with you, Gavin. Gavin McInnes. I'm giving you 2 minutes. You probably see it on your line over there. You're going to take us home and bring us into Saturday night. Tell us what's so great about this country. What do you love? And so happy to have you here, brother.
I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate you putting on that show that you did a few years ago, and I'm so happy that you're hosting Tommy on Saturday. Obviously, free speech is the winner here, the First Amendment. This country was founded on opposing newspapers, arguing. You know, at the tavern, we were arguing about right and left, and we ended up getting smarter from it, and we decided to kick the British out. You know, you don't have this in Britain. They come to your house if you say a rude tweet. If you make fun of Nelson Mandela, the police are coming by. So that's a very unique thing that keeps people alert, and I think X is helping to bring that back. Though we do have these demons out there that are trying to squash the free speech in America, and that's what cancel culture is. That's what, you know, shutting them down. Aunt Gino and I, we've all had our websites canceled. We've been banned. We've been ostracized, debanked even. And so that's un-American, but it happens in America. But the most wonderful thing for me about America is if you put your nose to the grindstone and you bust your ass, there's a future in that. Whatever it is, it could be sweeping a bodega. You bust your ass cleaning up the bodega. Now the manager asks if you can open and close. Now you got some sweat equity. Maybe you're part owner of the next bodega he opens. And the next thing you know, you're making a living in the bodega business. It could be McDonald's. No other country is really like that. They're all in this quagmire of socialism where it could be your accent, your family name, the structure of that stupid society like in Northern Europe that prevents you from moving up. But you could be anyone in this country. You could choose the stupidest job around. And if you bust your ass and you do those, you work weekends and you give them 18-hour days, you will make a living. And that is a rare gift in this day and age.
Thank you very much, Gavin McInnes. God bless you. We'll see you Saturday. Thank you, Greg Hack. Thank you, Gino. Thank you, KDJ. And Johnny Blanket.
Great show.
God bless you, Gavin. Thank
Cheers,
you, my
see you
friend.
Saturday.
We'll watch your show at 2.
We stand tall and free. The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free.